All right, good evening and welcome to East Longmeadow High School on this rainy, little bit chilly Wednesday evening for this matchup between the Westfield Bombers and your East Longmeadow Spartans. I'm Brady Dobeck, joined alongside my cousin, the one and only Will Devoy. Will, great to have you here tonight.
Great to be here. I'm sure this is a battle, probably.
It definitely is going to be a good one. Two evenly matched teams. Westfield with a record currently of 3-3-2. And East Longmeadow with a record of 4-3-2. So should be a very good even matchup tonight. East Longmeadow coming off of a recent tie to Ludlow, 1-1, and Westfield coming out of a unfortunate loss to Minnechaug, 2-0. So both teams looking to get some win. And we're ready to have some fun. 80 minutes of fun coming up soon. It is 59 degrees here tonight at East Longmeadow. The rain is pretty light for the most part, but Will, we got to keep in mind that this rain is going to make the turf kind of slick. So some of the shots on the ground tonight, these goalkeepers got to be aware when it's skipping. So
of course,
definitely going to be a little bit of a challenge for them tonight, and
most definitely.
And the players hopefully can use that to their advantage.
Hopefully.
So we're just moments away from kickoff. East Longmeadow being the defending Western Mass champions this year, hoping to defend their title as they beat Ludlow last year.
True that. Two very talented teams here. A very big name in goal for East Longmeadow.
Yeah, Taylor DeFlorio, Super 7 this year. Already committed to, I believe, Central Connecticut to pursue her collegiate career. That is a Division I school. And some other really good talented players here for East Longmeadow. Kaylu Kasich back off of her ACL injury that she suffered late last year, which kind of prevented her from going around and getting recruited. So she's looking to make her mark this year. She is a senior and the leader of this East Longmeadow team. So East Longmeadow with some quick attacking time. And here comes Morneau on the far left side. And she beats her defender, Smith. Morneau across. And it's defended and picked up.
That's a good save right
by
there.
Svantesson.
Yep.
And a punt towards midfield. Lukasic chasing it down, and it's kicked up. Now Davis heads it towards the sideline in the flag. And that ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a Westfield throw-in on the near sideline in East Longmeadow's offensive zone. Throw-in. Ends up on the foot of an East Longmeadow defender. And another throw-in opportunity here for Smith. She'll throw it to the sideline, and it's well defended by Davis.
That's some textbook defense right there.
Davis running up the sideline, got a surplus of space. Not contested at all. Finally, a Westfield player comes in out of nowhere. Bouchard gets involved. Ball spits back out to Jordan. Jordan switches fields over to Tallis. Tallis with the ball on the far sideline. Makes a quick cut move to the middle. Tries to find someone in the middle, and it's deflected out of bounds by a Westfield player. East Longmeadow throwing. So far, neither team has had a great opportunity, but East Longmeadow with some good zone time to start things up. Both these teams definitely look to be evenly matched. A lot of young people also I've noticed on this East Longmeadow team. Definitely have to learn their names.
For sure.
And it looks like Westfield also is kind of a, if you have a smaller team, it only looks like they have about 14 or 15 people on their team. So
yeah, just about 4 people, maybe 5 on the bench. Not too much depth, but I bet you those starters are putting in the work.
So we got a free kick now for East Longmeadow's Megan Morneau. Just around the 20-yard line on the right mid part. Kaylee Lukasic will be taking the kick for East Longmeadow.
Some Cristiano Ronaldo type range. Brady.
Yeah, let's see if she can put this one home. Lukasic with a little chip shot inside the 6. East Longmeadow player gets a body on it and kicks back out to a Westfield player. Now Westfield making their way. Pedro sends it back to her defender. Played inside to Savoy. Savoy up the line, and it's defended nicely by Tallis. A little bit of ping pong action towards midfield. And Morneau stepping up, Roman. And that ball scoots out of bounds. Going to be East Longmeadow thrown on the far sideline just around midfield. And East Longmeadow.
Ooh, looked like a handball there.
And I think they are going to get it. Westfield will have a free kick in their defensive zone going the other way.
Called it.
A little bit quiet on the fans tonight here at East Longmeadow. Not a lot of students. Probably I can count them all on my fingers, to be honest.
All right, that's
so short on the student section tonight.
I'm sure when if East Longmeadow's able to put one through the net, I'm sure they'll go pretty wild.
Yeah, all 10 of them will. Great observation. So East Longmeadow should have another throw-in. And there's a whistle. And I'm not really sure what the call is here. And East Longmeadow's throwing goes on to Tallis. That ball is booted up by Roman, I believe.
Yep, that's Roman.
And goes out of bounds. Westfield throwing. Ends up just about the far side of midfield. A chip looking for Addie Jordan, and it gets knocked down. Tallis trying to step up. A through ball. And DeFlorio will scoop that one up easily.
That's a Division I player if I've ever seen one.
Morneau with the ball goes up the sideline to Lukasic. Lukasic trying to make a move, and Morneau runs into her and
it's a good hustle.
Hits the ball out of bounds. A little bit of friendly fire. Westfield throwing on the near side just around midfield. Smith with the throw in and immediately goes off of her own player, Santinello. A freebie for East Longmeadow in the same spot. Davis, the throw in to Morneau. Lukasic with the ball, a little touch move inside. She creates a little bit of space for herself, finds Tallis. Tallis with a quick 1-2 touch move to herself at midfield, looking for a through ball towards the flag to Morneau. Morneau contested by 2 defenders, and Westfield's able to win that battle. Ball goes out of bounds. Off of Morneau, Camilleri. And a throw in now for Smith. Smith looking for Santinello again, and the same thing happens. Another throw in for East Longmeadow midfield. A through ball looking for Tallis. Spits back out to Jordan. Jordan going towards the far flag. And it's being chased down by White. And it's going to be a East Longmeadow throwing on the far sideline as that ball exited the playing field. Roman with the throw-in. Bridget Jordan steps up on the play. Lukasic chasing it down. Morneau in a battle with Smith on the sideline. Morneau sent it towards midfield. Looks to go off of Lukasic's arm, but there is going to be no call on the play. And that ball goes out of bounds.
I think it's safe to say East Longmeadow's had pretty good control over this game so far. Hopefully they can convert.
Yeah, I have yet to really Tess Svantesson tonight. I have yet to get a real clean shot on net, so definitely would like to see them just kind of just take shots, honestly, from anywhere on the field. Doesn't have to be nice and close, but just test her at least a little bit. Bridget Jordan with a quick body.
Those through balls are they're definitely throwing those through balls to their attackers, but trial and error. Just got to keep sending them.
And now a through ball looking for Morneau, and nicely defended by Westfield defender. And ball at just in now at midfield. Through ball for Westfield towards the far flag. And Marino able to defend it and kicks it out of bounds. It's going to be a Westfield throw-in on the far side in East Long Meadow's defensive zone. 31 minutes remaining. Score is still 0-0. So far, pretty evenly matched, but East Long Meadow has definitely had a little bit more zone time tonight. Davis chasing it down, and she's able to clear it out towards midfield. Morneau with the ball at the 50, and she gets tangled up with Smith. Lukasic able to step up, slips up on the play, tries to make a play on the ground, and is unable to do so. Westfield making their way down the field into East Long Meadow's defensive zone. Santinello.
Beautiful defense
nicely
there. Beautiful defense.
By Stevens. And ball goes out of bounds. It will be a Westfield throw-in for Smith. Smith on the near sideline in East Long Meadow's defensive zone. Santinello back to Smith. Lukasic with the ball. Finds some space towards the middle to Bridget Jordan. Jordan looking for Megan Morneau, and Smith steps up, wins the battle. Camilleri, a through ball, defended by Stevens, and it kicks back up towards midfield to Lukasic. Lukasic with a one-on-one battle, and she loses it. Lukasic with the ball again. Able to find Tallis. East Long Meadow's got some numbers going the other way. A 4-on-3, a through ball. Looking for an East Long Meadow player. Unable to connect, but a good through ball and a good look for Addie Jordan and Isabella White. Unable to connect on the through ball from Tallis. East Long Meadow's attack have kind of been matched tonight so far. And Lukasic now trying to get a through ball, and Svantesson has to come on out, and she'll scoop that one up no problem. Svantesson with a little dribbler. Lukasic tries to step up, goes off of her foot. Jordan to Tallis, and it's stolen at midfield. Camilleri making her way, chased down by Tallis on the far sideline, entering East Long Meadow's defensive zone. Camilleri with a quick pull-up move, throws it inside, looking for Pedro. Pedro spits over to the far sideline to Savoy. Savoy kicks it back out to Camilleri. She'll send it inside, looking for Pedro again at the top of the 18, and it's defended nicely by East Long Meadow. Ball kicks back out towards midfield. East Long Meadow's got a 3-on-4. Ball goes off of Morneau's foot. And now Lukasic with the ball. Making her way upfield. Looks to the far sideline for the overlapping Marino, and goes off of a Westfield foot. And an East Long Meadow throw-in. Head ball from Tallis. Marino chasing it down. And it goes off of her leg. And exits just around the far corner flag. And Westfield will have a throw-in deep in their defensive zone.
Got quite a bit of a defensive battle here so far. Not too many open shots on offense for either team.
Yeah, certainly need both teams looking to just at least get one good look. Test the keepers a little bit tonight. But both keepers seem to be pretty relaxed. Haven't seen too much action yet. But I really do think, Will, that East Long Meadow is going to need to use their speed up top tonight and just work the through balls. You know, like you said, repetition, and just keep firing them up there. Eventually, hopefully, they'll get a defender slipped up a little bit and be able to bury one early.
Most
that way
definitely.
you can start.
I play a lot of FIFA. It works in FIFA. I'm sure it'll work here.
Lukasic tangled up a little bit. Ball spits out wide to White. White inside to Lukasic. Lukasic's got a plenty real estate. She'll put a shot on net. And Svantesson gives up a rebound. Chased down by Jordan, but Svantesson able to scoop it up. And now an arrogant throw towards the middle. Morneau looking for it, but Bouchard, excuse me.
Yeah, those are definitely the type of shots we're looking for here. Peak 18, ball's slippery. You never know when it could slip by a goalie.
Yeah, nice little lucky bounce, and as you saw there, even a rebound, as that one was chased down by Jordan. And rebounds too. Well, those are the easy tap-in goals that East Long Meadow definitely would like to capitalize on tonight.
Of course.
It looks like we have some subs now coming in for East Long Meadow. Number 18, Sabina McKechnie, will be entering the game, replacing Kaylee Lukasic at midfield. East Long Meadow in Westfield's defensive zone. And White can't do anything with the ball and exits the playing field just around midfield on the far sideline. East Long Meadow working their way up. Addie Jordan chasing the ball down towards the flag. And perhaps an offsides call. Shout out to Dom Gamelli.
Kid's a dog. Catch him on right here on LCAT. East Long Meadow football Friday nights. Dom Gamelli, truly a force at the running back position, averaging nearly 10,000 yards a game.
No, Gamelli certainly been big for East Long Meadow's football team this year. A lot of yards, a lot of touchdowns. Been fun to watch. East Long Meadow with the ball at midfield. Spits all the way out to Stevens, and she'll play it back to DeFlorio. Taylor DeFlorio will wind up and switch fields to Tallis. Tallis a one-touch back to Stevens. Stevens plays it out wide. Abby Davis with a pullback move. And should be a handball, no call on the play. Megan Morneau in a battle with two Westfield players. And Westfield making their way. Pedro with the ball, sends it to Camilleri in the middle. And cleared out by Marino. Pedro back over to Toporowski. And that ball will exit the playing field on the far flag.
24 minutes left to play in the half.
And a sub now coming in for Westfield. Number 5, Christina Harris will enter the game. And she will be replacing number 25 for Westfield, Kiara Toporowski. Still score is 0-0. Westfield with some zone time.
Good ball there.
Morneau making her way upfield. Just about half. Morneau's got numbers, 4-on-4. Going the other way. Morneau still up the sideline. Cross it into the middle. Looking for Jordan, and the ball spits back out to 18, and she gets a shot on net. Svantesson coming up with a good save. Sabina McKechnie with a good rip.
That first touch is essential to getting the right shot selection within the 18. Obviously, we were able to put one top right. Couldn't quite get it to fall. You keep firing those. One's gonna fall.
And now a corner kick for East Long Meadow. Tia Tallis will be taking it as they set up just outside the 18. Tallis' kick goes inside, looking for Stevens, and Svantesson comes up with a good save. She'll roll it out quickly to Bouchard.
Ooh, out of bounds.
Goes off of her foot. East Long Meadow quickly making their way back into the zone. Mia Mecha with the ball, a little bit of push in the back.
Way room.
Harris. Back to McKechnie. She gets another slipper on net. And a little one hop into the chest of Svantesson.
Nice little slipper on net there.
Bridget Jordan steps up. That ball goes out of bounds. Should be a Westfield throw-in on the far sideline in their own defensive zone. Definitely some good comedy up here between me and Will. So I hope you get a little bit of a laugh here and there.
Funny guy,
Yeah.
Brady Dobeck. Funny guy.
You're okay. Not sure what's going on. Both teams are currently running off the field, so there's a timeout for East Longmeadow.
While we have the break, I'd like to shout out my East Longmeadow football team, Elite Nutrition, Saturday. Catch them there, 10 to 2. Get a little nutrition in you while supporting the East Longmeadow football team.
And looks like we have a little bit of a break here, so we're going to take a quick one, and we'll see you in a few minutes. And we're back after a quick timeout break. 21:39 remaining in the first half on the game clock. Westfield with the ball. Rain is still coming down a little bit light. So definitely some slick conditions out there still. And we thank you if you are joining us this evening, as this is our first commentated girls varsity soccer game on LCAT that was being live streamed this year. Very happy to be doing it. We'll also be live streaming Friday night's game. And that is a big rivalry game between East Longmeadow and Longmeadow here at the turf, I believe at 7:30. Big game on Friday. So hopefully you can be here in person, but if you can't, by all means, you can join myself and the rest of the LCAT crew Friday night. And Westfield making their way into East Longmeadow's defensive zone. Ball sent up all the way back to Svantesson, and she'll settle it, being chased down by, I believe, number 24 of East Longmeadow, Emma Sosa.
Nice hustle play there. Unfortunately, foul call on the other team.
And now a free kick for East Longmeadow's Elizabeth Roman. Roman looking to make a play. She'll rip one on net, and it goes just over the crossbar.
Oh, and it's good for 3.
Good for 3 on the uprights, and ends up in the field hockey goal, Will, so I think that's good for 4.
Why not 5?
Maybe if it ended up in the net, but that did not happen. So Svantesson has a goal kick here. And she'll boot it towards the near sideline, a little bit short. Goes off of Stevens. A couple siblings on the teams, at least for East Longmeadow. Kaylee Lukasic, Caroline Lukasic, Emma Stevens, Jillian Stevens, so, and the Jordans as well.
I don't believe they're siblings.
All right, well, related in some sort of capacity. Correction, the Stevens may not be related, so my apologies. He's, I believe, should be a corner kick here for Westfield.
Yep, kick in the corner.
For number 13, Santinello. As Westfield and East Longmeadow line up on the outside of the 18, causing a bit of traffic. The kick inside, headed out by Lukasic. And that ball pops out
Great
to
defense.
Stevens.
Great defense.
Lukasic and Stevens making their way upfield. And a pass goes off a foot of a Westfield player. Should be an East Longmeadow throw-in on the near sideline, just past midfield. Abby Davis with the throw-in for East Longmeadow. ends up on the foot of Emma Sosa. Sosa chasing it down, and that ball is kicked out of bounds by Savoy for Westfield. Sosa. Again, a quick pullback move, creates some space for herself, sends a through ball up to number 23, Allie Thompson, and she can't finish. But a great opportunity for East Longmeadow. And should be a corner kick, yep, and it will be for East Longmeadow.
Great opportunity there for the East Longmeadow Spartans.
And the kick, looking for the far post to Thompson again.
Great scoring opportunity there. Obviously didn't get the first touch she intended, but definitely one of the more stronger forces up top.
Some great commentary there by DeVoy. Shout out to Will DeVoy.
Shout out me.
Thompson. And now a through ball up to Santinello, and she's double teamed, and that ball ends up out of bounds. Westfield with a throw-in on the far sideline, just past midfield in East Longmeadow's defensive zone. Throw-in off of Thompson. Thompson chasing it down, goes off the head, and now Lukasic with the ball. And a little chip pass up to Bouchard, and she has the ball, and she'll get a shot on net. Ends up right in the stomach of DeFlorio. No problem there.
Not on our goalie, right?
Taylor DeFlorio, a Central Connecticut University soccer commit, also Super 7.
That's a force not to be reckoned with.
Abby Davis with the throw-in on the near sideline. And another sub being made for East Longmeadow, number 22, Mia Mecha entering the game, replacing number 7, Bridget Jordan. Abby Davis with a quick throw-in, looking for Stevens. Sosa, Davis, and Stevens can't win any of the battles, and now Westfield with the ball going the other way. Camilleri looking for someone on the sideline. Nobody home. A quick throw in for Davis to Sosa. And she'll switch fields all the way to Thompson. Thompson making a run for it. She's got some space. A little chip shot. Svantesson gives up a rebound.
Oh, man.
Able to recover. Thompson with a great bid. Just coming up short again. But she's had both good chances tonight. Definitely due for one soon. Sosa sends it up the sideline. Stevens in a foot race with Santinello. Santinello with a quick pullback move, and she's got plenty of room. Across inside, DeFlorio has to come out, and she gets a hand on it. Ball pops out towards the top of the 18. East Longmeadow's got to clear, and they do.
Great defense
Thompson
there.
Coming back to assist with the help of Caroline Lukasic, and now East Longmeadow going the other way. And Mia Mecha breaks up that pass. And now Kaylee Lukasic looking for Sosa. Goes off the back of her foot. And now up to Thompson. Thompson again with an opportunity. And another East Longmeadow thrown on the near sideline. Halfway into Westfield's defensive zone. Sosa with a great play to pick up the ball. Sends it to Thompson. Thompson, a one-touch pass back to Sosa. Sosa still got the ball. Kicks it out to Thompson. Thompson gets a left foot shot on net. Just left. And should be a goal kick for Svantesson. 13.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Still, score is 0-0.
0-0.
Thank you for the clarification, William. And now
all right.
Lukasic flying up the sideline, and she gets hammered.
That's a foul if I'm the ref.
Red card.
Tee him up.
Now Davis. That ball is kicked down by Roman. And now chased down by Mecha. A through ball up the line looking for Santinello. Santinello and Stevens. And Stevens is going to go with the conservative play and just touch it out of bounds. A Westfield throw-in East Long Meadows defensive zone. Just around even with the 18.
Rain's still coming down pretty good.
Definitely
Keeping that ball slick.
Yeah. Also keeping the fans and an absolute body from Lukasic. Takes down Bouchard.
Oh, this crowd is not liking that call. Clearly.
And Coach Terrence Lay definitely ripping into the ref for that one after a big body from Lukasic. And Bouchard will have a free kick.
Weight room.
Pedro sends it inside the 6, and it's defended nicely by Stevens. East Long Meadow's got to clear. Pedro taken down just outside the 18, and it's chipped up by Marino. Allie Thompson back to assist. Stevens, ball cannot get out of the 18. East Long Meadow battling, and Taylor DeFlorio comes out of the net and comes up with a big save.
Yeah, it's a great save. That came down to the goalie. It's tough when East Long Meadow is playing with the ball in the inside of the 18. You just got to look to clear it out of there.
And this zone time, we've been mentioning Emma Pedro quite a bit. She is currently the leading scorer for Westfield. So definitely watch out for her tonight.
Five goals on the season. It's pretty impressive if you ask me.
I don't know how much we can trust Mass Live because, you know, it's Mass Live. Not to hate on Mass Live, but, I mean, they've got Dom Gamelli with like 80 yards right now after he has probably 300. And then now corner kick, and that ball is booted way out of bounds by Lukasic. And she's got a few words. Unhappy with that call, but it's going to be another Westfield corner kick.
Stands starting to fill up a little more. I see Eric Cole in the stands.
My man, Eric Cole, yes, sir.
He's always nice to see around East Long Meadow.
Shout out to the Chase family. I entered Dunkin' Donuts, I believe, 2 days ago, and they actually paid for my Dunkin'. So shout out to the Chase family. You guys did not have to do that, but you made my day. For those of you that don't know the Chase family there, Eric, who we were just talking about, his parents. So, and a corner kick now from Westfield, and DeFlorio comes up with a save and a rebound, kicks out. And the shot goes wide right of the net. DeFlorio catches a quick break there. And it will be a goal kick for her with just under 10 minutes remaining in the first half. 0-0 game so far. And the rain starts to come down a little bit harder now. There's definitely a lot of umbrellas opened up this evening.
Who doesn't love a good rain game?
Absolutely. Sosa with a quick pullback move, but defended nicely by Pedro. Emma Pedro, a through ball, looking for Santinello, and DeFlorio has to come out of the net and pounces on that one, preventing any damage from occurring. And she'll have a punt. Puts it just short of midfield towards the far sideline, goes off the foot of Thompson, out of bounds around midfield, a Westfield throw-in. Collini on the far sideline for Westfield, battling with Marino. And Roman's just going to step up and I believe that's Roman. Marino in a battle with Collini, and that ball exits the playing field. Should be a goal kick for East Longmeadow. And some subs will be coming in, back returning into the game for East Longmeadow. Megan Morneau, Tia Tallis, Addie Jordan, and Isabella White. And they will be replacing Allie Thompson, Sosa, Stevens, and I believe the last one is number 18 for East Longmeadow, Sabina McKechnie. And that's a quick penalty called on Westfield.
Free kick.
East Longmeadow quickly making their way upfield.
Good
Morneau tries to shield off Smith, and that ball is kicked out of bounds by Prestowski. Addie Jordan with some space. Makes a cut move towards the middle, looking for a teammate. Sends it towards the top of the 18. And I believe they're going to call it for offsides. Even though I
maybe a handball.
I hope it is, because that did not look like an offsides at all, as
Certainly not.
whoever was up there was literally standing right next to the Westfield defender. So hopefully that's a handball, or it's just a really bad call.
All right, let's not get on the refs too hard here.
So far, for the most part, refs letting them play tonight.
Letting it slide.
Letting it slide.
It's,
I get that one, Will. It's a
rainy.
little damp out this evening.
Damp.
And now Morneau with the ball at the top of the 18. She tries to get a shot on it, and she's taken down just outside the 18.
That's penalty kick in FIFA.
And a no call on the play, but should be a throw-in for East Longmeadow. Kenna Marino on the far sideline. And she'll throw it in to White. White battling a 1-on-2. Kicks it back out.
Swing and a miss.
Ends up towards the top of the 18. Tallis can't catch it. And Santinello sending it back. Ball inside to Morneau. She chases it down, and Svantesson comes up with an easy save on the one-hop bounce.
I don't know if you've noticed, Mr. Dobek, but that ball's moving pretty darn fast.
I would agree. Definitely a slick playing surface this evening. Great there. Nice little play there by Mr. McGee. Shout out to the AD of East Longmeadow.
Good guy, Mr. McGee.
Great guy, Mr. McGee. Lets us do a lot of stuff in the student sections. For sure. Lets us have a good time. Wouldn't you say, Will?
I would 100% agree. He's what makes all the magic happen here at East Longmeadow, especially when it comes to sports.
Bit of a push there and fall down for Camilleri as East Longmeadow makes their way upfield. Addie Jordan pulls back, looking for someone, and no one home.
And we are approaching the 5-minute mark.
Still 0-0 game. So far, East Longmeadow has had the majority of the offensive zone time this evening. And there is a player down for Westfield, Camilleri. And
thankfully, she's up quick. Doesn't look like anything serious.
Bit of a limp in the right leg, but she's walking off on her own power, so good to see that. And now number 25 for Westfield will be entering the game, replacing Camilleri, Toporowski. And I apologize if I'm butchering your last name in any way, shape, or form.
My apology. Never mind.
Our apologies. Cross inside, goes off the foot of Tallis. And Westfield tries to clear. Chip back inside. Jordan chased down by Stevens, and Stevens with a big body on Svantesson, and the ball goes out of bounds. And it's going to be
definitely a good
goal
hustle
kick,
play there by the goalie.
Yeah, good play by Svantesson to get in the way. Stevens definitely had a wide open net. Would have easily buried that one, but a good physical play from Svantesson prevents the goal and East Longmeadow's lead. Now White sending it up to Morneau. Morneau, a 1-on-4. A great play, and that looked to be a good amount of ball, but I guess the ref saw otherwise. So it will be a free kick for Westfield in their own defensive zone.
That looked pretty clean to me.
That looks just like an aggressive play from Morneau, but I take back what I said about the refs letting us play tonight. It's been quite a few whistles since I've made that statement, so.
It's called jinxing it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. You
Morneau chased down an aggressive play, and she's bodied a little bit,
She's been in on most of those contact involved plays. Definitely more aggressive. Looks like a handball.
A handball, 100% off of Morneau. Ref sees it, and will be a free kick for Westfield going the other way. And Prostowski. Ball sends up to Addie Jordan, and there's a whistle as Tia Tallis would have had a breakaway. And I believe it's going to be on Westfield too, which is an unfortunate event for East Long Meadow, as Tallis would have had a straight shot to the net, uncontested.
Ooh, this is not even Ronaldo range anymore. This is some messy range.
Kaylee Lukasic set to take the kick for East Long Meadow. And she sends it to the top of the 18, looking for the head of Morneau. Ends up on the foot of Addie Jordan. Shout out to Eric Cole, my man, number 68 on East Long Meadow's football team. And a throw in from Davis. Goes through the legs of Morneau. Addie Jordan sending it to Mecha. Tallis calling for the through ball, and Mecha's unable to find her. And a little bit of contact just outside the 18 between two players. Bridget Jordan back in the game. Sends a through ball all the way to Morneau. Morneau's got some running room. Pulls up and defended nicely by Prostowski for Westfield. And Morneau will get another call. She is not liking that one. And a little bit of lightning there.
Just under a minute
in the distance.
To play. Lightning ain't nothing.
No, I tell you what, if these refs call the game because of that lightning 10 miles away, we're going to have serious problems.
Oh, what are you going to do about it? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just busting you.
I know you are, Will. Just under 40 seconds remaining in the first half.
4-0.
As Westfield looks to wind down this clock, as they've had quite a defensive last 10 minutes. Megan Morneau. And now Pedro. Sending it towards the middle, and it's blocked down by the East Long Meadow defense line. Pedro again. A cut move. Sends it back to Camilleri. Pedro takes a shot on net, and DeFlorio comes up with a good save. Like I said, Will, a little bit of hop action there on the slick turf.
Oh, yeah, big time. That's a slipper for sure.
And that was a little bit of a scary shot there, but DeFlorio able to come up with the save and keep this score 0-0. So that'll do it for the first half. So far, East Long Meadow has had a lot of offensive zone time. And we're going to have Joe Presnell here for halftime to help break us down.
My side?
Oh, yeah. Good to have you, Joe. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. So, obviously, East Long Meadow's had some pretty good attacking zone time this evening. 0-0 game, but some good opportunities from Allie Thompson. Addie Jordan's had a couple. East Long Meadow's yet to finish, but some of these whistles, these offside calls have been hurting them. So, Joe, obviously, as a soccer player yourself, what do you think East Long Meadow has to do to put themselves in the lead and end up winning this second half?
You know, we got a slippery field here with the rain.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say just shots. You know, they're going to skip off the turf a little bit, and it's going to be tough for the keeper. So they've got to start testing Svantis in a little bit more with some shots. But other than that, so far, been looking pretty good for East Long Meadow, and I'm definitely feeling a couple of goals coming up.
I think Taylor's been saving us, though.
Yeah, Taylor, that big save at the end there with just a couple seconds left.
She's a dog. She's Super 7.
Absolutely. So definitely valuable asset in the backfield for East Long Meadow. Now, Joe, boys team.
Yep.
So you guys have been having a decent year. I believe you just came off of a loss to Amherst.
Yeah, rough loss.
And I did see that shot. That was 100% a goal.
Oh, my God.
Went right through the net. And net shook and everything, so not really sure what the ref saw there, but
yeah, that definitely threw us off our game. But looks like McGee put some new netting in.
Yeah, I mean, just a goal like that changes the whole momentum of the game.
Oh, yeah.
A quick one in the early like that would have been a whole different scenario.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, you guys lost that one. I believe 3-1.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. But you've really battled back this year.
Yeah.
Starting off with a couple of losses, ending up winning 2 straight. And with a couple tough teams, Minnechaug and Longmeadow. And what are you really looking for in the remainder of your season?
I mean, we got 7 more games. We get 4. We're in it for states, and I think we got a good chance in state.
For sure. Would love to see you guys make another run. Last year's team was, I mean, unbelievable. It was a lot of fun to watch last year's team make it to the semifinals in the state tournament. So would love to see a repeat there.
Yeah, we're definitely we were real good last year. We got a lot of talent this year, but we just can't put it all together yet with the chemistry and all that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the couple games that I've seen, you guys got a lot of young talent, especially after losing a bunch of seniors. But you guys also have some strong leadership in yourself, Mike Monroe.
Ben Biggins.
Yeah, a couple of the other big seniors. But looking for these younger guys to really step up into some bigger shoes, fill these holes, and, you know, I've seen it. I definitely saw it in the Minnechaug and Longmeadow game, and I hope to see it a little bit more. Obviously, as you guys suffered some tough losses, but I think it's looking good.
Yeah, definitely is. We'll put it together.
For sure. Just get that chemistry down, and I'm sure you guys will end up in playoffs, no problem. So that'll do it for our halftime show.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joe Presnell, for joining me, and we'll see you in 7 minutes.
Take care.
And we're back at East Long Meadow High School.
Oh, yeah. Big game.
Me and Will are doing a quick Starburst review for you. I currently have the pink one in.
I got the red one.
The pink one, well, it really is fantastic, I must say. And in honor,
Pink is definitely S tier. Red's definitely A tier. Orange, I don't know why it exists, but yep.
But in honor of October, I mean, this pink is just busting right now. I mean, I don't really know what else to tell you.
Take the headset off.
So anyways, at the end of one, we still have a 0-0 game. And
this is some lockdown defense on both sides.
All right, I'm also with my Starburst now, but both sides definitely having some strong defense tonight. As well as both sides looking to bury the first one of the evening. As Westfield makes their way upfield quickly, and that ball is broken up by Bridget Jordan. And now Addie Jordan looking for Tia Tallis. A quick cut move inside. She looks to the flag for White. White has to chase it down, and that ball goes out of bounds. Unfortunately, tough break there for East Long Meadow, but a good opportunity. Will, how's the yellow one?
Pretty darn good.
Westfield with the ball on the near sideline. And it's chipped up. Bridget Jordan contesting nicely. And White doing a nice job of letting the ball go out of bounds. Marino. A throw in on the near sideline. And White. Ball skips past the Westfield defender. And Addie Jordan unable to catch it. Marino chasing it down. And we'll have a throw in just around midfield. Marino launches it.
Might have bounced out of bounds first.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a legit throw-in. Should be a retake, but they're going to say it did go inbounds first. Westfield throwing. And Roman. Marino. Lukasic. Some quick tic-tac-toe. Addie Jordan going towards the goal line. She turns the hips. Looks for a cross. And it spits back out to Marino. She's got plenty of real estate to work with. She'll send it towards the top of the 18. Kicks inside to Tallis. And Tallis is offside. So it would not have been a goal even if Tallis had got it on net. But her shot sails wide right.
Definitely an explosive start to this half for the East Long Meadow Spartans. Not sure what their coach told them, but whatever he said, pretty dang good. And Brady stepped out for a second there, returning to his microphone now.
Tallis gets a shot, and she buries it, bottom left corner.
And it's Gage.
Tia Tallis.
This student section is erupting.
Student section going absolutely crazy, all 10 of us. And she puts the Spartans up 1-0 early in the second half of the game. 37-40 remaining. Tia Tallis able to finish after she was called off sides on the previous play with a great scoring opportunity.
I could tell off the bat just by the way this Spartans team came out that they were going to get a look on net, and that's exactly what they did.
Now Westfield quickly making their way upfield, and a shot easily scooped up by DeFlorio.
Shout out Samir Khan, TB12, and the not Dom Gamelli, just Samir Khan, Ryan Richards as well. Two definite tall, big forces for the East Long Meadow Spartans.
And Megan Morneau with a lot of room at midfield. She tries to get a shot on.
Fires a shot,
Right.
Missed it nearly 2 goals to the right.
Dom, you will never touch my starburst.
Samir, you mind if I get a bite of that Chipotle?
Svantesson, excuse me. Marino sends the ball towards the flag, looking for Addie Jordan, and it goes off of off of Marino's foot. Will be a Westfield throw-in on the near sideline in their own defensive zone. East Long Meadow looking to run away with this game after a quick goal, just 2 minutes in the start of the second half. Marino throws it inside. Ends up on the foot of Morneau. Morneau, a one-touch back to Lukasic. Lukasic looking up for Jordan, pops back out to Tallis. And now Addie Jordan chasing it down. White passing it back inside, looking for Tallis at the top of the 18. And spits back out.
Good opportunity there.
Addie Jordan chasing that one down. Svantesson able to scoop it up, no problem. Will, how is your Chipotle?
I'm not eating Chipotle.
And Kaylee Lukasic taken down at midfield. And they're going to call it on her. And it's going to be a free kick for Westfield. Toporowski set. And she'll send it, cleared out by Stevens. Tia Tallis, a little tangled up with Collini at midfield. And now Camilleri sending it through ball. And it's defended nicely by Stevens as she chips it up towards the top of the 18. Bridget Jordan and Camilleri, double sevens. A little tangled up, and it's cleared towards midfield. Megan Morneau and Tia Tallis go up for it. And Savoy kicks it back out. And now an odd man rush for East Long Meadow going the other way. Isabella White with the ball in the near side corner. And she lets the ball skitter out of bounds. Unfortunately there for East Long Meadow. Great opportunity.
I believe that one's going to trace back to the weather conditions in which the rain is actually halted at the moment.
Yeah, some nice pleasant fall weather right now, if I do say so myself, Will. East Long Meadow working in the attacking zone, and it's cleared by Westfield defender. And
On the attack.
Westfield now on the attack, and DeFlorio coming out of the net, making a big save, perhaps an offsides.
I saw offsides there. Hey, I'm not a ref, though.
Camilleri looked to be quite a bit offsides. She did get a good shot on net, and DeFlorio coming up with a huge save.
Save after save. I mean, that's got to be 6 or 7, like, unreal saves so far this game. It's just one after the other.
I think that's why they might have named her Super 7, Will. Because she can save the ball. And the corner kick.
Josh, that's what a goalie does, dude.
Goes to the far sideline. It's going to be a throw-in for East Long Meadow in their own defensive zone. Love how you used my nickname on our live stream, by the way.
What's your nickname?
Nope. Not repeating it.
Braid sauce salsa.
No. And a free kick now for East Long Meadow.
Braden H.W. George Bush III, Sr.
And the kick. Roman spits all the way up to Jordan. And now Addie Jordan looking to make a play on the ball.
I like those clearances where East Long Meadow's put in a one-on-one situation. The matchups, they match up pretty well, but you put East Long Meadow in a one-on-one situation, they're bound to convert.
Lukasic fighting for the ball, ends up losing the battle. And Bridget Jordan steps up with a quick shoulder check. And now Westfield making their way into their offensive zone. Far sideline. Across towards the middle, and DeFlorio comes out.
Who else?
As that one was chased down by Camilleri.
Where did Taylor commit to?
Central Connecticut. And DeFlorio with the punt just past midfield. Morneau. That ball is cleared strongly out of bounds by Collini. Excuse me, not out of bounds at all. That tripped me
close.
out. That
not even close. Not even close.
Saw a little
You're
bit
wrong.
of an illusion there. Morneau with the ball on the far sideline. She beats her defender, beats another one, and now the ball exits the playing field off of Morneau's foot and will be a Westfield throw-in.
Haven't seen much off of the East Long Meadow bench currently. Looks like their coach is ceasing to put them in at the moment.
Well, I mean, so far after that quick goal, certainly Laid doesn't really have a reason.
It's true.
But
30 minutes to play left in the second half.
East Long Meadow can't break the defensive line of Westfield. And now here they come. Smith goes down with Roman. And she's a little slow to get up, but she looks to be all right.
Got right back up. That's a dog.
And now Stevens will be taking the free kick for East Long Meadow. 30-30 remaining on the game clock. And Savoy steps up, puts down the ball. Definitely a handball off of Pedro.
Yeah, crowd pretty upset
Not
about
liking that one
one
at all. And another handball, no call, again on Westfield. And that ball spits out of bounds. Marino with a quick throw in, looking up the line for White. And ball exits the playing field. And they're going to say it went off of an East Long Meadow player. And that's 0 for 3. And Mr. McGee having some choice words for the fans of East Long Meadow, requesting for them to volunteer. And Mrs. Lukasic with some words in return.
Let me tell you, Mr. McGee's been in this program for countless years. That guy knows what he's doing. You know, if a ref doesn't make the right call, they're not going to turn it over if a fan's yelling at them. So, you know, it's best to remind those fans to keep it down, or further issues could be in action.
Pedro, a through ball, and it's chased down by Marino. You know, I think Alcatraz needs to hire Mr. McGee. I think he'd have that place in order. What do you think, Will?
Whatever that is.
it's a high security prison on the middle of an island. I don't think
Yeah,
it's...
I've never heard of that. That was an interesting connection there.
I'm just saying, I think he'd run that. A pretty tight ship over there.
I'm sure.
Lukasic with the ball, touches it around a defender. And East Long Meadow making their way upfield. White.
We got a 4-on-3 here.
And here comes Tallis. She makes a move inside, got plenty of space to shoot, and she does!
Goal.
Buries it, bottom right corner. Tia Tallis puts East Long Meadow up 2-0 with 28:18 remaining in the second half.
That is a heck of a shot there, back right corner.
Great job by East Long Meadow, quickly transitioning upfield. Tia Tallis using her speed and a quick touch towards the middle of the field, and she's able to rip a hard right-legged kick right into the back of the netting for East Long Meadow, putting them up 2-0. Definitely looking for to run away with the rest of this game. And now Westfield looking to come up with a response. Lukasic with the ball, using her speed. East Long Meadow's got numbers again. A through ball up to White towards the flag, and it's chased down by Toporowski and touched out of bounds, and will end up as a East Long Meadow throw-in.
It will end up, yes.
Marino goes off a Tallis. Excuse me, off a Westfield player. And now ball spits all the way back to Roman as she looks to play it to DeFlorio. Kaylee Lukasic looking for another through ball up to White. And ball exits the playing field. Svantesson with a punt. A little bit of a miss now at East Long Meadow High School turf. Pedro with a couple cut moves and trying to create some space for herself. And it's cleared up towards the sideline nicely by Roman. And now a throw-in for Westfield's Pryor. She throws it up the sideline. And Marino, Tia Tallis, chasing down number 13 of Westfield.
Good defense there.
Santinello. Ball spits out of bounds. Will be an East Long Meadow goal kick for Taylor DeFlorio. As a sub comes in for East Long Meadow, number 14 being Isabella White, is being replaced by number 24, Emma Sosa. Sosa's had a couple opportunities this evening. Hasn't been able to get a clean one yet, but has had some hard-fought battles. Has created a few opportunities for East Long Meadow previously in the first half. Stevens with the ball at the top of the 18 and clears it out. Kaylee Lukasic leading the attack. Sends it to Addie Jordan, and her one touch finds the foot of Pryor. And Pryor's pass ends up to Lukasic. And now McKechnie looking to make a play. Into the middle towards Pedro. Pedro and Lukasic, a one-on-one battle. Pedro wins that one, and Collini looking to send it upfield. as her touch. McKechnie chasing down Bouchard, and she takes Bouchard down.
Little sub coming in. Shots, you want to address that?
Yeah, number 7, Bridget Jordan will be entering the game, replacing number 5, Kaylee Lukasic.
Brady. Sorry. Pardon me. Shaw's nickname gets a little mixed up here and there.
For those of you that do not know, Will is my cousin, so that is his name that he refers to me as.
Feel free to refer to him as that as well.
Westfield with the ball at midfield. McKechnie chasing down. And a quick transition, a through ball, ends up in the hands of DeFlorio, and she'll pounce on it and have a free punt.
Not to jinx it, but noticeably a perfect game so far out of Taylor.
Definitely something to say right before you jinx something. Bridget Jordan with a big body on Bouchard as East Long Meadow makes their way upfield. Just around the 40, Bridget Jordan chips it up, and it's headed down by Camilleri and sent out wide. Marino able to easily beat Smith and send it back to DeFlorio. Taylor DeFlorio winding up, and she sends it just over the head of Pedro. And now Marino, a head-on collision with Collini, and ball ends up off of Collini's foot. Free throw in for East Long Meadow, and another one off of Pryor. And Marino gets another bid at it. She'll send it right to Sosa. Sosa chips it up into the air, and a high foot from number 8 of Westfield. Number 8. Bit of a dangerous play. Sosa.
That's a
definite handball. Finally.
Good call by, who does that ref have a name? Mitch Knowles?
I'm not sure. I'm sure he has a name, Will, but I'm not currently aware of.
He's a pretty good ref.
I guess so. According to Mr. McGee, they're some of the top 2 soccer refs.
I would
Western
agree
Mass.
with that.
And now Svantesson has to come out of the net as Morneau chasing down the ball from Roman. And Svantesson ends up with a free kick.
The kick is free.
Svantesson lets it rip. And now Morneau chasing it down with McKechnie. McKechnie, a 2-on-1 battle, and she ends up with the ball as she races towards the far sideline, and it's touched out of bounds on the goal line. Should be a corner kick for East Long Meadow.
This is where in FIFA I would put Ibrahimovic in the corner, cross it to Lionel Messi, and hopefully scored on Tim Howard.
So in this situation, who is Lionel Messi and the other gentleman that you're speaking
I'm not
of?
sure how to make the connection. Lionel Messi is Ryan Richards, 1610. And Tim Howard, obviously, is me. And,
so you're the one that's going to get scored on. Tallis with the cross into the middle, off of the foot of Sosa, and nicely defended by a Westfield defender. Spits all the way back out to Roman. Roman rips a one-hopper and wide right of the net, but Svantesson is going to
not
come up
something
with
you
the
see
save
every
anyway.
day. Defender shooting the ball on net.
Hey, I mean, in this wet condition, I mean, any shot that skips on the ground is going to be a tough save for the goalkeeper.
Unless, of course, the goalkeeper from this side shoots it to that side. It's probably not going to go in.
Bridget Jordan looking to make a play upfield. Sends it to her sister, Addie Jordan, and it goes off out of bounds off of Savoy of Westfield. This should be an East Long Meadow throw-in on the near sideline. Marino to the foot of Addie Jordan, and a touch pass through the legs of a Westfield defender. Emma Sosa with a big body. Addie Jordan, a touch out wide to Sosa. Sosa's got some running room. Rips a shot way up high right of the net. Just past the up.
Good shot, decent
upright.
power, just not necessarily on target.
Another good bid for Sosa. As we were explaining earlier, she helped out with some scoring chances earlier in the first half. And that ball goes right off the noggin of McKechnie. And now Sosa chasing it down, and a little bit of body contact off of Svanteson. Looked like a flop to me if I've ever seen one. Gotta love the sport of soccer.
NBA 2K reference right there. LeBron James, always flopping.
Speaking of which, Will, how do you think the Celtics are going to be this year? I mean, they just
Celtics,
acquired Blake Griffin.
Blake Griffin's washed. I don't think he's that
he
good.
is washed.
Ball goes
Marino.
inside.
Tatalis looking for her third of the night. And ends up in the arms of Svanteson.
Going back to that Celtics topic, I trust Jason Tatum with my own life.
Jaylen Brown, too. I mean,
Jaylen, good guy. Good
both those guys
guy.
definitely going to lead the team this year. As far as Bruins hockey goes, I have no idea what to expect, but we've got Patrice for another year.
I don't watch hockey.
That's unfortunate. You're missing a lot. Ball goes out of bounds off of a Westfield player. Marino with another throw-in. She has had quite a few this evening. Sosa with a little bit of push in the back on Pryor.
Yeah, it's aggressive. I respect that hustle right there.
Lukasic with a nice assist to Marino for the throw-in. And now another head ball goes out of bounds off of Savoy. East Long Meadow with a throw-in as they quietly creep down into the Westfield's defensive zone. 18-18 remaining on the game clock in the second half. East Long Meadow up 2-0.
It's going to be a corner kick. Definitely a time for the East Long Meadow Spartans to capitalize. Maybe even punch another one in here before the 15-minute mark.
Definitely 3-goal lead would help East Long Meadow run away and secure the win. Bridget Jordan with the corner kick. She sends it inside, looking for Addie Jordan. It spits out on the far side to, I believe, Roman, and she's unable to get a clean foot on it. Or I don't know if that was Roman.
Looked like the shot was there. Just couldn't quite punch it in.
It was Roman, confirmed. Okay.
All right, well, let's not confirm anything. We don't know.
I think it was Roman on the rebound.
Who confirmed it for you?
Myself.
All right.
Sosa. Morneau at midfield.
Rain looks like it's starting back up.
A little bit of a light mist. Nothing wrong with a little bit of dampness on the field.
Moisture.
Yes, it is some moisture, Will.
Didn't know that was a funny word, but okay.
And chased down by Morneau. And that Davis clears it up towards Westfield.
Shout out Nolan Moore. Great guy. Great football player.
And President John B. Fitzpatrick. Always looking professional. Absolute stud.
That man is going to grow up to become the president of the United States. You heard it here first.
And a ball skips inside.
Wow. Look at that.
Tia Tallis.
Number 2 on the day.
That's a hat trick for Tallis.
Number 3, pardon me.
And what did I say, Will? Skipping in. That ball just took a one-hop, skips right through the wickets to Svanteson, and that ball goes in, no problem. 3-0 East Long Meadow. Tallis has got her first hat trick of the season.
Maybe that rain coming back down wasn't such a bad thing now that I think of it.
That moisture, Will. That's what did it.
The mist, the dew.
The dew.
All right, don't say it like that. It kind of sounds silly.
Lukasic chasing down a through ball inside the 18, and the Westfield unable to do anything with it.
Scored by number 17, her third of the game, Tia Tallis.
Sub coming in for East Long Meadow. Marino will exit the game, as well as Tia Tallis. Megan Morneau credited with the assist. I did not allow this to occur, but I guess we have Dom Gamelli joining us, star running back of the East Long Meadow football team, minus the star part.
Oh.
Dom, good to have you here.
What's up, man?
So what have you liked so far, Dom? I mean, you've been here for most of the game, so.
The ball.
Okay. All right, we'll let you just enjoy the moment with the microphone on for a little bit. Just over 15 minutes remaining. Addie Jordan exiting the game along with Megan Morneau.
Noticing some of the starters starting to get subbed out.
Yeah, East Long Meadow clenching most likely the win after that goal, the third of the night from Tia Tallis. Big hat trick out of her, a big night out of her. And now Sosa trying to break the barrier. And with a win here, this will put me on 3-0, being live on air for soccer games. 2-0 with the boys, 1-0 with the girls. So
2-1 with the boys, maybe.
Maybe, well, perhaps. Svanson has to drop down on that one. And she has the punt. Sends it just short of midfield. And Caroline Lukasic playing with her sister Kaylee, and Kaylee goes down on the play. And the rain's starting to come down a little bit harder now. Can start to hear it a little bit. And visibility starting to become depleted here.
Hopefully there's no lightning that might postpone this blowout of a game.
And Caroline Lukasic absolutely assassinated by Bouchard. And now the rain really starting to come down.
That's what I'm talking about.
Gotta love a good rain game. But we are nice and toasty and dry up here in the LCAT stand. And now Allie Thompson and Emma Sosa working up top.
A lot of these umbrellas are opening back up. Fans, some starting to leave. Rain coming down quite hard.
Shout out to all of those watching on our LCAT live stream. Another sub coming in for East Long Meadow. Number 21, Grace Moore will be entering the game. Abby Davis exiting out. Mia Mecha will also be entering the game along with Ava Mendez.
Who checked in?
What's that?
Who checked into the game?
Do you really need me to repeat all three?
Oh, I got you.
All right.
Understood.
Allie Thompson looking inside the 6. And the rain certainly coming down quite profusely now.
It's not even mean profusely.
Like intensely, I think. I hope I'm not grammatically incorrect on that one.
Yeah, no, I hope not.
Mia Mecha unable to trap the ball down. Goes out of bounds. Throw in for Camilleri. Shout out to Teddy Kuhn. Have a good evening, my friend. And Nick Cleary as he shuffles off the bleachers.
And I can confirm profusely by definition means to great degree and or in large amounts.
Okay, so I guess large amounts, rain, profusely is a decent adjective to be used in this scenario. Allie Thompson touches it up to Kaylee Lukasic. Mia Mecha involved in the play. And now Camilleri for Westfield. A pullback move on Caroline Lukasic. And Camilleri again broken up by Grace Moore. And Grace Moore with the ball for East Long Meadow.
Whoever's watching out there, Cole Johnson, I noticed you took some attention into my comments. Thank you.
Thank you, Cole.
And now East Long Meadow trying to make their way upfield, and they will do so. They've got a few numbers, a 3-on-2, a through ball. Looking for Allie Thompson. Thompson's got a little bit of space in a foot race. The Westfield defender pulls up, makes a cut move inside, crossing it. Nobody home at the top of the PK mark for East Long Meadow. Needs somebody there at all times. That's That's where most of the goals get scored.
Ava Mendez to the middle.
And Svantesson comes up with a save. Just over 10 minutes remaining in the second half. 3-0 is the score in favor of East Longmeadow. Kaylee Lukasic down on the play. A little bit of a slip up there.
Looks like she got back up okay.
Lukasic, definitely good to have her back this season after suffering a ACL injury to the late mid-end of her junior season last year against Belchertown. Was slide tackled and
never good to hear that. Never good to hear that.
not at all.
It's just under 10 minutes to go left in this 3-0 ball game.
And a throw in for Westfield. Looks like some more subs coming in for East Longmeadow.
Dominic Gamelli on his iPad at the moment.
And East Longmeadow working with the ball on the far sideline. Sabina McKechnie. And now the rain seeming to seize up. And Taylor DeFlorio will be exiting the game. And she seems to be a bit shocked.
Heck of a game there.
We will credit her with the shutout. Hopefully it will stay that way. And Kaylee Lukasic also exiting the game. Taylor DeFlorio getting a nice ovation as she jogs off the field. And I certainly credit her with a shutout.
Just go back, if you can. I just got a text. Reed McLean watching live from Manhattan.
Shout out to Reed McLean watching from Manhattanville College. Shout out to you, Mr. McLean. Thank you for joining us this evening on LCAT.
Thank you, sir.
And now a corner kick for Westfield. Sends it short of the 18, a bit of a low laser. Westfield still with the ball on the far sideline, and that ball exits the playing field and will be an East Longmeadow throw-in. Just under 8 minutes remaining in the game. East Longmeadow still up 3-0. Rain has, for the most part, stopped as the umbrellas begin to come down. And East Longmeadow with the ball at midfield, trying to clear it. Stevens steps up, and the ball sails out of bounds. Sub looking to come in for Westfield.
Sub is Toporowski.
Allie Thompson can't get past Pedro. Excuse me, Bouchard. And now she's taken down on the play, and a free kick for Westfield. As East Longmeadow makes a small little wall. And Emma Pedro, the leading scorer for Westfield, will just rip a quick shot on net. And Emerson comes up with a big save for East Longmeadow. And now a cross towards the far post. And offsides is a call by the far sideline referee. Great save by Emerson Venu.
Coming in just fresh in the high school in 9th grade, freshman year, with a big save there.
Keeping the shutout alive for East Longmeadow. And Toporowski with a throw in for Westfield. And that ball towards the far flag, and Marino stepping up, making a solid defensive play, and should be a Westfield throw-in, I believe, towards the near flag. And Allie Thompson boots that ball way upfield. Stevens. Now to Pedro. Emma Pedro. A touch inside to Camilleri, excuse me. And now Marino sending it up towards the far flag. Being chased down by Stevens and Thompson. And Svantesson coming all the way back, and she'll just touch it inside the box to herself. You're welcome, Mr. McLean. And we have reached the hot table final 5. East Long Meadow still up 3-0. As Westfield trying to break the egg being laid. Allie Thompson sending it to midfield. Stevens.
What?
As Sabina McKechnie with the ball.
Speed on the outside, can't quite wrap it.
McKechnie chasing down Thompson there to assist, and she puts the ball out of bounds.
It's clamps.
Will, have you tried the new chicken bacon ranch panini from Hot Table yet?
I have, and I highly recommend it to any newcomers or regulars at the Hot Table, found at Breckwood, Enfield, or Tower Square in downtown Springfield.
Also, shout out to the new one in Westfield, because since we are playing Westfield.
I bet you they eat Hot Table.
They probably do.
And do I doubt them? Most definitely not. In a breakaway here with a great save by Emerson there.
Wow.
Second big play on the game, keeping this game a shutout.
A good aggressive play from Vigneault coming out of her net, getting a clean hand on it. Big save, keeping the egg on the board for Westfield. Pedro. And Mia Mecha battling. Mecha's just going to poke it out. And a cross, looking for far post. Smith and Thompson. And that ball goes out of bounds. Smith can't catch up to it. East Long Meadow throwing. Ava Menz.
Taking her sweet time.
Goes off the foot of Thompson. And now Toporowski will have the throw in for Westfield. Sending it. Mia Mecha able to clear it for East Long Meadow. And Westfield certainly
Might have been a handball. Yep.
East Long Meadow being a lot more, or excuse me, Westfield being a lot more offensive right now. Only
Me
keeping
personally,
a couple people back.
I didn't see the handball. That looked pretty clean to me.
I agree.
Yeah, it's clean.
Emma Pedro rips one, and a skidder pops out, and Emerson able to pounce on it after it went off of her chest, but she's able to capture the rebound and prevent any damage from being done. And she seems to be a bit shaken up as there's a little bit of contact.
Diane is on the case.
Diane.
One of the East Long Meadow legends here. Always helping out.
She might have gotten the wind knocked out of her on that play.
Good save, though, following the so-called handball. A nice voice crack, Dom. I hope that was on there.
Shout out to Will Hick. Thanks for the text, boss. If you're watching the live stream.
It's Geish.
And Vigneault being attended to.
Hopefully the wind just got knocked out of her. Nothing. Hopefully nothing serious.
as the teams kind of group up and chit-chat a little bit. As we have a minute 56 remaining on the game clock. East Longmeadow up 3-0.
Dallas 3, Westfield nothing.
And some great sportsmanship there seen by Bouchard. Always good to see that.
An ovation for Emerson as she...
Oh, perhaps it might be a bloody nose, I think is the injury here.
As DeFlorio checks back into the game.
Taylor DeFlorio making her way towards the net as she looks to maintain the shutout with just under 2 minutes remaining. And it looks to be, yes, a bit of a facial injury to Emerson. Allie Thompson, back to men's. Up the sideline, Thompson to Marino. Some good ball movement from East Longmeadow. And now Lukasic chipping it up to Sosa. Sosa in a foot race, looking to get a foot on it. She does, and it goes left of the net. Svantesson has to come out of her net.
Respect on the hustle by the Westfield goalie.
It's not like you've been doing this for 80 minutes already.
All right. I'm not a geographer.
Thompson chasing it down. Men's as well there to help. And it goes off out of bounds off of an East Longmeadow player. Throw in for Westfield's number 25, Toporowski. Miamecha, Bouchard. Bouchard sending a through ball up to Camarelli. And Taylor DeFlorio comes up and boots the ball all the way back to midfield where it's chased down by Sosa. 35 seconds remaining in the game. And East Longmeadow with some numbers.
Looks like they got away with a penalty
chasing
there.
it down, and she tries to touch it. And 20 seconds remaining on the game clock. Pedro takes a rip, and DeFlorio coming up with another big save. A rebound, and DeFlorio has to dive to her right. 5 seconds left on the clock, and that'll do it. East Longmeadow comes up with a big
What
win.
a win. That's what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm.
And a whistle
Yep.
from the ref, and they're gonna, and they want 5 seconds put back on the clock.
I'm sure they will find a way to score 3 goals in 5 seconds.
I agree, Will. I think this is gonna become a very close game very soon.
All right, Dominic, stay out of this, please.
And across towards the far post, DeFlorio able to punch it out. And
Thankfully,
that'll do it officially.
that's a shutout. That's wraps. Wrap it up.
East Longmeadow ends up winning 3-0 against Westfield. Taylor DeFlorio with a shutout. Tia Tallis, a big game out of her as she scores her first hat trick of the season and leads East Longmeadow to a big win over Westfield as they improve their record to, I believe, 5-3-2. East Longmeadow had a lot of offensive zone time this evening. Didn't really get anything going in the first half, but Tia Tallis coming out strong with 3 goals in the second half of this game. Will, I mean, obviously some of the highlight players tonight. 3 highlight players for you.
All right, I'm gonna go Tia first of all. Hat trick. That's a no-brainer. Definitely Taylor DeFlorio in that shutout. What else can I say? And then I would go Megan Morneau. Just definitely an aggressor on offense. Was able to create shots, get it inside. Really make Westfield work for it.
Absolutely, and I'm going to have to go with DeFlorio as well, along with Tallis and her hat trick. And I liked what I saw tonight by East Long Meadow's defense, so I'm going to have to credit all of them as well. And so East Long Meadow will be returning here to the turf on Friday night at 7:30 for their big rivalry matchup against the Long Meadow Lancers. So please, if you cannot join us here in person, we will be broadcasting that game Friday night for you. So hopefully you can join us through the comfort of your own home or work or desk or wherever you are. So on behalf of myself, Brady Dobeck, alongside Will DeVoy, the LCAT crew, Jamie, thank you for joining us here tonight. Have a great night. We'll see you on Friday.
Peace.